back to life, but I did do that case. That made a lot of news. She was a tough case, and I write about her in my books, but she wasn't digesting anything. No digestive enzymes left. And when I got done with her, and I did not use digestive enzymes, when I got done with her, she was digesting everything. So I took her away from doing any physical activity because I needed her soul to feed that body energy because she wasn't getting carbon from digesting her carbohydrates. So I had to get her from breathing. So I put her in deep breathing. I put her on fruit juices and herbs for the pancreas and, of course, the lymph and kidneys and everything else. And little at a time, guys, I got her back. Major healing crisis, though. A lot of tumors popping out all over her and teeth falling loose and abscesses in her mouth, but she got back. I go over that in my video on the detoxification because it is an art, and don't be afraid of it. There's some really strong symptoms in some people, from paralysis to blindness to all types of things, but those are very rare but can happen. So as I try to help you with that, you'll get strong in helping yourself and your friends. But the more toxic you are, the more problems you can have. Now, this lady sent me this question about urticaria. This is a skin issue. The thing with the skin, think about skin issues, think about allergies, think about all these eruptions on skins from psoriasis and eczema. What is the skin? What role does the skin play in your human body or around your human body besides an outer protection? It's your third kidney. It's you eliminate your cellular waste through your skin. And so this tells me you're not filtering well in your kidneys, and you need to fix your kidney and adrenal glands, and your skin will come clean. Fixing things is eating fruit all day long. And this is what I recommend all of you try. Fruit all day long, as much as you want, as often as you want. I don't care how much fruit you eat, but eat fruits, berries, and melons. Grapes are my favorite in terms of detoxification, but certainly lemons are very powerful, oranges, grapefruit, all fresh, of course. Now, the thing about organic is, where I live, you don't get good organic food, and if you can't get good organic food, at least wash everything with a veggie wash. Anything that's spongy, don't use them because your pesticides are only going to absorb. And this idea that other countries uses a world of pesticides is misleading, because America is in love with chemistry and we pour pesticides and herbicides on things. A sad thing, let me tell you. Think of all the years Gerber baby food had, 12 to 15 pesticides in them. Now you can get those, but you can get their organics. What happened to man, I wonder? Something strange here. You can cure anything and everything, guys. I don't care what it is, but the lymph system, this isn't a blood problem, this is a lymphatic problem here. Someone also wrote me about he was doing better with his leukemia. Leukemia is easy to cure. You want to go after the bone marrow. There are some good Chinese herbs for bone marrow that we have here. Clean the spleen out. Get your platelets up, your red blood cells, white blood cells. You can work on some thymus, but you can do some thymus thumping if you want. We do have glandulars for the thymus gland. A lot of physicians don't check your NK cells. That's natural killer cells, but you might want to look at that if you're fighting leukemia. I've got some pictures, lots of pictures to show you, but it's kind of hard to do it in a video. But showing you what they're doing with the kids. The childhood leukemias are easy to cure, and not as a disease. I want this to make known is that this idea of disease is insanity. The damage to cells is what we're talking about, and your body repairs that quite easily, leukemia being the easiest one. But a lot of people, like I have a little 10-year-old here that died here the other day. I only had her a week. And she was bloated and all stripped and red and chewed up from chemo. They gave her aggressive chemo. She's lung, she can take it. She can take an acid. These guys need to go to jail, sit there for about 10 years, and ponder, I shall not hurt my fellow man. Whoever makes chemotherapy, sorry guys, I'm very passionate about this, they need to go to jail. If you can't cure your cancer naturally at these high levels, then you're in trouble physically, and you might get a new body. So what? You know, people have to lose this fear of death and dying because it's just moving from one event to another event. We're not trained that way because our religious leaders are fearful themselves. I get a lot of them in here, Catholic priests afraid to die. And it's like, afraid to die? You're just stepping from one event to another, man. But these are people that have never had out-of-body experiences, and they don't know what the other dimensions are like. And once you do, though, and start playing out of the body, it's so much fun, and there's so many worlds, and there's so much beauty, and so much ecstasy out there to have. And you don't have any fear of that. So I'm amazed at the people that have so much fear of death. But the leukemia, keep it going. Lots of fruits, lots of grapes, enrich your blood, clean the liver, clean the spleen, enhance the bone marrow. When I use going after things, I today use 2 kidney formulas. I use 2 lymphatic formulas. I make sure one lymphatic formula is a capsule so I can pull into that bowel wall interstitially, get through that bowel wall, not just clean the bowel wall off, but go through that GI tract wall and start pulling on that interstitial lymphatic system, start pulling on that. You'll start to see shreds of mucus in your stool when that happens. That'll open up absorption. That'll help to move all that inflammation out. So if you have IBS or Crohn's or anything like that, that's mandatory because these problems are in the GI tract wall, not on the wall. And so I always go after the endocrine glands, and I always go after the GI tract. So think about this. You always want to go after your kidneys and herbs. You always want to go after your lymphatic system with herbs. You always want to go after your endocrine glands with herbs. You always want to go after your GI tract with herbs. I call that the Fab Four. If you want to kill parasites, fine. Those people with fungal problems and stuff, don't use silver. Don't mess with chemistry. Plenty of great herbs for fungal problems, yeast problems, things like this. But fix your adrenals and quit eating starch. Now, this is the one with the urinary tract infections. Get herbs, it'll help you quicker. It'll really help you quicker. That'd be a case where you do 2 kidney formulas, you do a parasite formula for fungus and stuff. But this isn't the problem, this is the effect. It's the lymph system, the sewage that the kidneys isn't filtering. You don't fix this right, honey, you're going to lose your kidneys someday. And this isn't what you want to do. You want to fix these kidneys and make them healthy. So a lot of grapes. Put yourself on a watermelon fast. If you're using greens, you always use parsley, dandelion green, and beet bulbs. You can use the greens too, but beet, parsley, and dandelion greens. All urinary tract, all adrenal glands. Beets also pick up the liver there. Another question here was a gentleman that's overweight, is a diabetic, he has asthma and obstructive lung disease. You got a lot of things going with you, my friend, but they're all related to the same thing. Your weight is more adrenals probably than thyroid, but if you have a thyroid and adrenal gland weakness, you're going to have both problems. And while I'm thinking about that, to this nurse about mental health problems, you'll see a lot of emotions and with people, a lot of schizophrenia, a lot of anxieties. This is the adrenal glands. You got 2 glands to think about in mental health besides the brain and serotonins and the like. You got the adrenal glands, that's the emotional or astral body, that is anxieties, that's the autonomic nervous system. If I shut down your breathing, your anxiety